I forced my son to give me half of his income. My kid Jake is 17 and has been working at this local pizza place called Tony's for about 8 months now. Kid makes decent money for a teenager, like $14 an hour plus tips, working maybe 20 hours a week. So he's pulling in around $400 every 2 weeks, which is pretty good for someone who doesn't pay rent, buy groceries, or handle any real bills. Here's where it gets interesting. About 3 months ago, Jake comes home acting all secretive about his paycheck. Usually he'd show me his stub and we'd talk about maybe putting some in savings, but suddenly he's being weird about it. Then I notice he's got new stuff constantly. Expensive headphones, fancy shoes, eating out with friends every single day. I'm talking like $60 dinners at steakhouses with his buddies. So I sit him down and ask what's up with his spending. Kid looks me dead in the eye and says it's his money and he can do whatever he wants with it. Fair enough, right? Except then I find out what he's actually been doing with it. Turns out my brilliant son has been lending money to his friends. Not like $20 here and there. I'm talking hundreds of dollars to kids who have zero intention of paying him back. His friend Connor borrowed $300 for some gaming setup. His girlfriend Mia needed $200 for concert tickets. Another kid named Austin got $150 for car repairs. When I asked Jake when they were planning to pay him back, he just shrugged and said, whenever they can. These kids don't even have jobs. Connor's parents buy him everything. Mia gets an allowance, and Austin spends his weekends playing video games in his basement. That's when I realized my son was basically funding his entire friend group's lifestyle and calling it being generous. In reality, he was being taken advantage of by a bunch of kids who saw him as their personal ATM. So I made a rule. From now on, he gives me half of every paycheck, and I put it directly into a savings account that he can't touch until he's 18. The other half he can spend however he wants, but at least I know half his money isn't going down the drain. Jake lost his mind, started screaming about how it's his money and I'm stealing from him. His friends started giving me dirty looks when they'd come over, probably because their free money train got derailed. His girlfriend even had the nerve to tell me I was being unfair to Jake. But here's the thing. Within 2 weeks, Jake's friends suddenly weren't hanging around as much. Connor stopped texting every day asking to hang out. Mia found other people to go to concerts with. Austin mysteriously got really busy whenever Jake wanted to do anything that cost money. Jake was devastated at first, kept asking me why his friends were acting different. I didn't have the heart to tell him it was because he wasn't paying for everything anymore. So I just said sometimes friendships change in high school. Then something interesting happened. Jake started hanging out with this kid Ben from his chemistry class. Ben's got a part-time job too, at the grocery store, and they started doing cheap stuff together. Hiking, playing basketball at the park, having movie nights at our house with microwave popcorn. About a month after I started taking half his paycheck, Jake comes up to me while I'm making dinner and says, "Thanks for making me save that money, Mom. I would have spent all of it on people who didn't actually care about me." Turns out Jake had figured it out on his own. He realized his old friends only wanted him around when he was buying dinner or lending money they'd never pay back. Now he's got actual friends who hang out with him because they like him, not because he's got a steady income.